Sul, hello, and Labis. Welcome to another episode of the Payne Family Ultimate Decades Challenge. The year's 1382, it's day one, and it's Saturday, and we're here starting with Seamus's family. Oh dear. Aleksas wants to become a love bug? Oh my god. I don't know, man. Like, what do you want from me? Sure, I guess. So like I was saying, we're here starting with Seamus's family, and a few things before we really get into it. First of all, for those of you who are here with me at the time that these are coming out, I'm really sorry I'm behind on comments. The past like month has been just so crazy, and I don't know, it really got out of hand there for a minute, but it's all settled down, and I should be back on track to not just get the episodes out, but also be able to do other things like responding to comments and posting on Patreon again. So I am so sorry that I've been absentee in those ways. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me anyways. Second of all, the Peasants' Revolt results came in. Sad about the family. It was a really close call in the end, so I was wondering if an upset might happen, but here we have it. What is Jelva doing here? Jelva gets around. Now that she's no longer in the Played Sims, she kind of just takes care of herself and pops up places, and that's pretty nice. Do you want to go ahead and invite her in? Aleksas, you can invite her in. So, oh, that's nice. So Jadwiga is Katrina's daughter from an illegitimate relationship, and she wants to become friends with Aleksas. Oh my gosh, I always do that. She wants to become friends with Aleksas, which is kind of nice because she lives here with him now, so that's pretty cute. Oberyn Summerdream. This guy shows up everywhere. Like, go away. Avalda, you're an elder. Why are you? Why? Can we play? She wants to play with toys with Dilita, but I'm not really sure how she can. Okay, so what are we saying? Okay, so Jadwiga is Katrina's, oh, sorry, Jelva. Katrina's daughter from her illegitimate relationship before she met Aleksas and Danielis. And she lives here. She likes Aleksas. Aleksas is the living one. Danielis is the deceased one. Oh, that's cute. It was going to be Danielis' birthday to a young adult today if he had survived, but as we know, he did not survive, so what can you do? Would you mind please potty training Ludmina? So in the time since we were last here, as we know, Katrina and Aleksas kind of have had a connection, and that has developed quite a lot, actually. They have now become sort of partners. They're exclusively together, and they developed a wholesome romance dynamic on their own. They're only doing fine because Katrina needs a lot of affection and Aleksas feels kind of weird about it, but I wonder how he feels about it. He's unsatisfied with their relationship. Whoopsies. But they plan to marry and they plan to get pregnant. So they've been working on that, although they haven't had the most luck conceiving. They hadn't had the most luck conceiving. I pop by every so often, and every time I do, they autonomously ask to woohoo. I'm really tempted to do this. I want to do this. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Avalda's pretty happy here with her little family. Do you want to... Oh, you don't know Jelva? Interesting. Jelva is the one who is the last of Oshira's line, and they were like pretty cursed. But her son Miklaus has survived up to teenagehood so far, and she autonomously, once I released her from Neighborhood Stories, she ended up conceiving again. It was her second and final pregnancy try. I kind of let her go just because I felt like I wasn't that pulled to her, and I didn't feel like I had anywhere that I knew that I was going, and so I just kind of ended up letting her go. But she is really pretty. I don't know. She might come back in the future. It's kind of hard to tell. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Whoa, let's everybody chill out here. Ah, yeah, she is. She's expecting you guys. Oh my gosh. That's perfect. I wanted her to be pregnant, and now she is. Jelva, listen. Well, everyone go ahead and grab a serving once you have finished doing your tasks. Congratulations on the happy news, you guys. You go ahead and grab a serving too. And I know that you're not really hungry, but you go ahead and grab a serving just because it'll keep you out of my hair. And so while we're here, that's really great news. Their relationship is coming along well. They're going to be together. They'll get married soon, before she gives birth. I kind of had wanted a spring wedding, but I guess it's fine. It's fine. And so, what we're going to talk about here with these guys, now that we've got that out of the way, is Lithuanian history, because a lot of stuff has been going on as is usual. And so, we are going to discuss what's new around these parts. So, first things first, the Lithuanian male Sims did roll to see if they would be going away to war again this year. Long story short, the Sims that were called to go were Yulo, Raphael, and Gerdinus of Narva. Gerdinus is Sten's illegitimate child with Henrika of Narva. So, in terms of the Lithuanian history, the last time that we left off, Jogaila, the Grand Prince of Lithuania, he was kind of not being the best dude. Avalda and Aleksas are strict at this point in time? I don't think so. I'm sorry. I just don't really see that happening. Now, Jogaila was the son of Algirdus. Algirdus was Kęstutis' brother, and Algirdus and Kęstutis had shared power equally, and they worked together really well. When Algirdus passed away, he left Jogaila as his heir. He did not want to share power. He kind of felt like power should all be for him. So Jogaila was pretty good friends with Kęstutis' son, Vytautas. He had known Jogaila his whole life, and he really thought that Jogaila was just like incompetent at military things or like didn't understand how dangerous the Crusader attacks were or something like that. Like he really didn't get that Jogaila was not on their side. But as we know, Jogaila really was not on their side at all, which was what had led to his uncle imprisoning him and taking the title of Grand Prince because they had been at odds and Jogaila had been working against him. Now, before being imprisoned, Jogaila's top advisor had been a guy named Hans or Hanul of Riga. Hans had done like some good things. He had been the interpreter and secretary for Jogaila when he was negotiating with other people, and he even encouraged Jogaila to open Lithuania to trade with Polish and Prussian merchants, which had been beneficial for the economy. And Hans was really, really on Jogaila's side. If you remember, when Jogaila was imprisoned, he apologized to his uncle, and his uncle had believed him. So even though his uncle had taken the title of Grand Prince from Jogaila, he also allowed him to leave and have like a little holding away from the big cities. Jogaila had several brothers that were really loyal to him, and so Kęstutis went to try and manage that situation with them. When he did that, he left his son Vytautas in charge of the major and important city of Vilnius, and he took a lot of his trusted warriors along with him. However, Vytautas was then called away to deal with another situation that was happening in Trakai, and so he left the city's care to Hans of Riga, who was loyal to Jogaila. Jogaila heard about this almost immediately, and he, first of all, sent word to the Teutonic Knight saying, hey, I need you to come and help me, and then he marched against Trakai, trying to take his cousin, who trusted him and who loved him, prisoner. The knights knew that this was a pivotal moment, and so they came as quickly as they possibly could. By the time that Kęstutis got back to Lithuania and understood the situation, Trakai was being besieged, and the situation got even more complicated because part of Lithuania supported Jogaila, and so a bunch of them went to support him as he was besieging the city. And part of Lithuania supported Kęstutis, and so they came to his aid as he rode to try and save his son. Once Kęstutis got to Trakai, he had to face two armies, which is less than ideal. And so he tried to open negotiations, but unfortunately for him, while he was in negotiations, the situation worsened because the Teutonic Order's allies, the Livonian Order, arrived, and that left Kęstutis in a position where he was completely surrounded. If you remember, Kęstutis actually was quite the escape artist. He'd escaped from captivity several times. He'd escaped right underneath the Teutonic Order's noses several times. And so he probably could have gotten away, but instead he chose to surrender himself so that his son and his men wouldn't be slaughtered. Kęstutis had been really generous with his nephew Jogaila when he took him captive. But Jogaila, of course, didn't return the favor. He covered his uncle in chains and transported him to a fortress for, quote, safekeeping. But 5 days later, his uncle was found dead in his cell. Jogaila claimed that Kęstutis had offed himself, that he had, done away with himself. But even at the time, nobody really believed him. Kęstutis had been an amazing warrior, a great military mind. He'd been in much worse situations than that before. And so it would be really out of character for him to just give up at that moment and say, okay, I'm leaving this world behind. So even at the time, nobody really believed that was the truth. Kęstutis's cremation was at least honorable. It was a big pagan ceremony that honored the traditions of Lithuania before this time. There was a big sacrifice of horses and hunting dogs, along with the burning of clothing and weapons so that he would have them to enjoy in the afterlife. But this is going to be the last big pagan ceremony of this kind in Lithuania. Jogaila, of course, wanted to say thanks to the Teutonic Order for helping him deal with his enemy, his uncle, who just wanted to protect Lithuania. And so he agreed to a military alliance with the Teutonic Order for the next 4 years, promised to be baptized into Christianity, and gave over possession of Western Samogitia, which was loyal to his uncle Kęstutis's memory, and something that the people there were not really pleased with. But we'll go ahead and leave history here. We might pick it up in the next episode because in 1382, quite a lot of stuff happens in Lithuania. But I can't believe that Aleksas is just sitting here staring at his daughter. I thought he was going to read to her, but I've noticed, listen, kid, you've got your own stuff to take care. Like, you can manage yourself. Also, where did Evalda go? Oh, she's just standing here. What are you doing? Well, you're not reading, the child. Daydream about true love. We've got a lot of weird stuff going on. Evalda, do you mind reading Ludmina to sleep? That's so cute. Oh my god. Oh, this family. I do love them. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, yeah, buddy, listen, why don't you just go fertilize that bush there? You can go ahead and yeah, you're of course top bunk. Like, we're not making Evalda climb up to the top bunk. Where's other baby? Other baby is babbling to herself. Where are you, kid? Katrina, I'm so happy that you're pregnant. Okay, you're discontented again because you need so much attention. So sorry. And as for you, actually, why don't you read your daughter to sleep? Evalda, you can just take care of that one, and then you yourself can go to sleep. But on that note, we're going to go ahead and leave Seamus's last remaining son here. And we will go to Pirate Land to check in with Bess and see what the result of the last pirate rolls were. So I'll see you in a moment when we get there. All right, so here we are over in Pirate Land, where Knud has just gotten back from his pirate raid, and he has gotten to see that he has a new daughter who is alive and doesn't want to be fed, so sorry. Okay, so sorry, kid. Why don't you hand her to her father? All of the kids have got this really strong brow that came from Knud, which is so funny. So funny to me. But let's see. Hamid's daughter, his new daughter for the first time. Yay! So cute. Oh, so adorable. Oh, Bess, I'm so sorry. Bess is having a tough time with all of the losses she's seen in her life, but they're pretty happy to have a new baby. Oh, just putting her down straight away. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. They are, wait, no. Kiss her. Are you trying to go to bed? Okay, fair enough. I don't know why she wouldn't let us feed her. Anyways. So the kids are really happy their dad has made it back. It was a pretty close call this time. I'll go ahead and put the rolls on the screen so that you can see them. Oh my gosh, they're just so in love. The rolls were recorded during last year, because it's just easier that way. So... So first things first, there are pirates going out this year, so how many D10s money will they get this time? 1,000. Do you know, I feel like the pirate rolls just have been so bad lately, I'm not even sure it's worth it. What is the small fortunes and hardships roll first one doesn't count? Number 11? A merchant's blunder, a prize ship surrenders without a fight, the crew and cargo completely intact. We get to roll a d20 2 times, once for the cargo and once for the crew and ship, and that's the thousands of simoleons that this haul got us. Oh, they do pull us in. So this one is for the cargo. How many simoleons does it get us? 16,000. And how much for the ransom of the crew and ship? 4,000. So we just got 20,000. My goodness. Okay, maybe it is worth it just a little bit. Okay, and what about the major pirate event? Number 3, Hanseatic Retaliation. So the Hanseatic League was like a major trade league over in the Baltics. And this one is that their ships come after us and their goal is not capture, but execution. So it would have to flip a coin. However, we still have the letter of the mark, which we got about 5 years ago. It actually expires this year. And that protects us in case we end up in a situation where we might be facing execution, because we basically can say we're employed by this lord. So then they can't do anything about it because we're legally employed to be doing our stuff. So in that case, that just saved probably, I mean, that's a 50% chance, like flip a coin. So that just saved a bunch of sims. All right, so there you have it. It was a pretty close call. The letter of the mark expired last year, so that was their last use of it. So the pirating is like pretty risky. I feel like they've had really bad luck, but maybe they'll have good luck again. But for now, Bess and Knud have used up all of their baby tries. They do have 4 children to show for it. And so they're in a pretty good place. So I guess we'll go ahead and leave them here. It might be a minute before we're back here again. It's hard to say. But I'll see you in the morning at the next household. All right, so here we are at a house that we have not been to for a while, but has been being held for the heir for when he returns. This was the place where, unfortunately, a lot of sims have fallen in the past, mostly due to plague. It is the FitzRoy estate that Adam III FitzRoy has now inherited. Oops. So if you don't remember it, it looks a lot like this. We've got a little sitting area, we've got a little teensy-weensy bedroom, a big table, a bathroom, the kitchen, and then upstairs, this is Adam's little living quarters. He moved back here, and we'll talk about her in a second. And Marion Greystroke came to work here as part of her sort of like, she just wanted a job, she wanted to go and live someplace, so she's here to work on the farm. So she takes care of the chickens who are out here pretty happily, and she also takes care of all of the gardening, which I don't think anything needs any help right now, so that's pretty handy dandy. Lucia's here currently working kind of as a chef, helping Adam get settled into his life here now that he is out on his own. I mean, I'm not sure about Father Baldric. He isn't a very nice guy. And so Lucia is here. You might wonder why, but it's because if you remember with the war rolls, Lucia was sort of dishonored and she wasn't very much liked. There were a lot of really interesting and insightful reasons for why that might have happened in the comments, and I really enjoyed all of them. Poor Lucia. But Adam really likes Lucia. I mean, not according to their relationship, but he saw it happen and he felt bad that she sort of was like treated badly by the guys in charge. So he said, hey, do you want to come and work with me? You're welcome to come over. I'm moving into my own estate. And so she said, yeah, let's do it. So she's now cooking for everyone. But can the club come over here, please? Man, the Sims are supposed to have autonomy on. It is in fact on, but nobody seems to be doing much of anything. So Adam has since moved out here. He's settling into his home. Althea, you're not supposed to be in morning colors anymore, if you don't mind. So he's here and he has like quite a few friends. He's got his friend and cousin Richard is over here to sort of like, he's just visiting over here. He also has invited Lane and his also cousin Althea. They're married now. He also has been sort of dating this lady, Cora Blakely. She is a noblewoman that he has been courting and getting to know. And she brought with her to come and visit her carriage person, who is. What is Cersei doing out here? Her carriage person, which is this guy, Trenton Stevens, who seems to have an interest in Marianne Greystoke. So it's really interesting. He's been courting Cora because she is the noble lady, but he actually is really attracted to Cassandra. He has a lot of attraction towards her. He immediately became very attracted to her, even though he's supposed to be interested in Cora. So it is kind of awkward, an awkward situation, but what can you do? What can you do? Lucia, what are you doing? Oh, okay, fair enough. Lucia, do you want to... I don't know, you could come and talk to Cersei of the Dunes. She shouldn't be here. She's in Pirate Land, but I guess she's here now. And so Adam's just getting to know everyone, talking to everyone, and they're all here because they're all his friends, and they will be here with him, just sort of hanging out. These are the people he hangs out with. I'll put this over here because we'll eat in a little bit. Yeah, you can like rascals. Why don't you joke about facial hair? Say, oh, it's so weird. She keeps wanting to mess around. I don't know. I don't know, man. You two just to chat with each other. Sure, discuss healthy relation. Oh my goodness, Lucia. Lucia had just queued up to woohoo. I saw it. And I accidentally canceled it. I mean, I'm not against it. If you want to, like, do it, you know? You can express admiration. My goodness, you've become good friends. Oh, she's leaving? Okay, well. Can't believe she just tried to autonomously woohoo. That's so crazy. So in Adam's friends, of course, like I was trying to say before, it's his cousin Althea and Althea's new husband Lane. They live in Ingrid de Beauchamp's estate, which is over there somewhere, I think. They just moved out here. He's also really close with Pompey Blount. Well, I guess not according to this. He was really close with Pompey Blount. He actually wanted to talk to him. Pompey's come back home. His brother and his father have stayed at the Knight's place to try and keep training new soldiers. Richard, of course, is one of his friends, and he's over here visiting. Edwin comes back pretty often, so Richard comes along with him sometimes. And so these are all of his buddies, his upper class buddies, except for, of course, Cassandra Staley is not upper class. She is a peasant, and she works for Cora, who he is supposed to be courting. So Adam's just out here getting his estate settled. This was his family's estate. This is the place where he, well, should have grown up, but didn't. And so I just saw romance happen with somebody. I don't know who and I don't know why, but I think we got to keep a close eye on these Sims because you know what autonomy is like. Oh, awkward comment. Why don't you go ahead and call everyone to the grand meal? It's about eating time. Lucia's saying hi to Lane. Of course, that's classic Lucia. Maybe don't, though. Maybe don't. You can say hi to Cassandra because she is, you know, at your station. Trenton would not be welcome to sit here and eat with these guys, of course. Nor Marianne. In fact, Marianne, go and sit in the servants' quarters to eat because that's where you belong. It's not a nice way of saying it, but it is what it is. So can you go ahead and get to know her and say, well, she is single. Go ahead and get to know her. Say, oh, what do you think about our plans to court each other and get to know each other and stuff? Oh, she's disruptive? Okay. That's interesting. I know it's almost his birthday. It is, in fact, Althea's birthday today and Marianne's birthday today, but we'll look at hers later. Why don't you use the restroom, my dude? Oh my gosh, Lucia is out here making a snow angel. Lucia. Lucia. Oh, Lucia. You are such a character, and I don't know what to say about you. I wish I could be making a snow angel, to be honest. Sounds like a good time to me. Lane, be careful, your wife is right here. Although, I don't know, maybe you guys have that kind of relationship where you don't mind. Do you want to make some extra food? Oh my gosh, Fisher folks do. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Talk to your cousin, your best buddy cousin. He's like best friends with Althea. They are like the best and best of friends. Althea did pass her birthday roll, so that's really good. She hasn't aged up yet, I don't think. No, she should have yesterday, but I didn't have time to go and see her, so she should have, but she hasn't yet. Marion, why don't you go ahead and clean things up? You've got a job to do. I'm kind of tempted to pair Marion with this guy, Trenton. You can discuss interests. He looks kind of funny right now, but I don't... Hello? I don't know why. His eyes are all crazy. I don't know what happened to the guy. My goodness. Oh, they're now autonomously speaking, now that I no longer was forcing it. For a moment, at least they were. Go ahead and use the bathroom and apply some facial cleanser. Oh, they didn't get along for some reason? Oh, that's weird. Lucia's out here making another snow angel. I don't think she knows what to do with herself right now. She like doesn't really understand what it is she's meant to do now that she is here. It feels weird for her, I think, but I think she's happy to be here for now. For now, she'll only be here for a little bit. Yeah, I did become friends with Cersei of the Dune. Oh, Trenton's materialistic? How interesting. Well, if things don't work out between Cora and Adam, maybe they'll work out between Cora and Richard, because they seem to be getting along quite well naturally. But I think on that note, we're going to go ahead and pull this club gathering to a close. And we'll go ahead and have Marion's birthday. I think that Adam would be quite a nice guy to work for. If you don't remember Adam FitzRoy, he's proper and he's loyal. Right now he's goal-oriented, but he'll age up in 2 days, so he'll have a different goal then. Don't go and build a snow pal. Lucia, oh, that's cute. So we'll go ahead and have Marion's birthday and see how it goes for her. Oh, we got eggs. Hopefully it goes well. But only time will tell. Only time will tell. Oh, this guy's sticking around. Guess he didn't want to go home. What's this over here? Oops. I almost forgot. Happy birthday, Marion. Yay. And then go ahead and add your birthday candles. Chased by death? Oh, that feels like a bad omen. So she loves the outdoors, she's outgoing, and she's chased by death. And I'm going to roll to see what her adult aspiration is. Ah, successful lineage. That's cute. You go ahead and put those birthday candles on. And I couldn't help but notice it seems like we've got some neighbors over here. So go ahead and say hi. These are the Carefuls. The Carefuls. Oh, of course. Because you guys are also our neighbors. Duh. So, of course, you guys know the Careful, or the Careful. I don't know why I keep saying that. So this is Walter the Careful. He lives across the way, out in the countryside, along with Evelyn the Careful now. She is Raoul Hagen's mother. And you might be able to tell, or you might not be able to tell, but there's actually a bit of drama at the Hagen household because Evelyn is in fact pregnant right now. This dress kind of hides it, but she is pregnant. She and Walter were doing their like duties that they had to do, and she actually conceived. So this puts Raoul in a really tenuous situation. If the child born to Evelyn is in fact a boy child, then that will mean that Raoul could lose his ability to be a noble sim. It could like completely throw off everything. And so if Evelyn has a boy child, Raoul might not inherit everything that he thinks he's going to inherit right now, because Walter would name obviously his son his legitimate heir. And so that would endanger everything about what Raoul is getting right now. And so it could be pretty dangerous for him if things don't, if this is a boy child. If it's a girl child, then there's no threat to him. I guess that's not true. If it's a girl child, it could still be a threat to him because Walter could, say, oh, I'm going to leave this to my legitimate child's partner instead. So you guys have to let me know what you think about how the child, if it survives, should impact everything. Lucia, what's up? Yep, I did. Thanks, Brother Oswin. I mean, you could come over if you want to. If you want to chat. Did you ever get married? Nope. He has a child? Sneaky, sneaky. Mary's just over here chatting with this guy, Trenton, who won't leave, even though he was supposed to be the one to drive people back. Take people back by horse and carriage. And Lane of Lancaster, of course. And Adam's just, I don't know, talking to Lucia. It's like, I don't know about these people. I'm not sure that he's going to be very close with Walter. He might become good friends with Raoul. That's a possibility. Lucia, do you mind cleaning this up? It's just that Marion did the cleaning last time. You know, it's really nice, though. I never really noticed this, but Evelyn and Walter, they might not be like a love match or anything, but they do get along really well. So they're just over here chatting with each other pretty happily. I think Evelyn is happy that she's going to have a new baby. She's sad that Mariel won't be around to see it since, Mariel passed away last episode. And she, I don't think, has thought at all about what that might mean for Raoul. So you guys will have to let me know, because obviously if it's a boy child, everything would then pass to the boy. Maybe there would be something left over for Raoul. I don't think that Walter would just like abandon them, but like the boy, his own legitimate son, would take precedence. Whereas if it's a daughter, it could be a different story, but he could also choose to put a lot of stuff on the daughter too. So I don't know. You guys have to let me know your thoughts about it. Oh, I almost forgot about Marion's roles. I'll put her in Cass and we'll look at her roles. To survive her young adult birthday, Marion Greystroke cannot roll the numbers 6 or 14. Oh my god. James's family was doing so well. It was like super duper stable. And then like his father got taken out by that magical collateral damage. His oldest son got taken out because of the same thing. And then now his sister has just been marked for death. My god. Oh my god, that really shocked me. Okie dokie, artichoke. On that note, I'm going to pull this episode to a close. In the background of this half year, the things that have happened are that at James Greystroke's house, his wife had another child. It was a daughter they named Lana, and his son, Cedric Greystroke, became a toddler successfully. At Egla and Sophia's house, her youngest child, Audra, became an infant successfully, but her second son, Vidotus, was up for his toddler birthday, and he failed that role. Luckily, though, we were able to save him. It was Yulo. Thank goodness he was able to convince Grim to give him back, and so we got pretty lucky with that one. At Joan de Fenwick's house, she welcomed another child. She and her husband have been desperately trying to get that spare heir. However, it was another daughter. She and the baby were totally fine, but they're still searching for a spare. And their only son right now, Alistair, also aged up to a child successfully. At Cole Woodham's house, his son, Jason, became a teenager successfully, but he rolled to not marry, which is kind of wild. It's been a long time since we've had a sim roll to not marry. And Althea Matthews, like I mentioned before, was successful with her young adult birthday. So aside from Marion Greystroke failing her role and Vidotus Punia also failing his role, but he at least was able to be saved, the half year was overall really, really good. So hopefully that's an indication that things are going to go well in the future. But in the meantime, I hope that you've enjoyed this part. As always, let me know your thoughts and ideas in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.